Shele babo, shele babo, how como this? Shele babo, shele babo, como this? Como this? Shele babo, shele babo, shele babo, where my man, where my man, where my man. Shele babo, shele babo, shele babo, music So where we are now is on Hendrik Potgieter Street, which is what, Delvia?
Yeah.
Now this is the house where our buddy Johan van Rensburg, the legend that is, used to live. So I used to ride my push bike all the way over from Gladstone to here. He had a little brother and he had a sister, and the house is completely new, isn't it, Brian?
Looks like the original framework of the house is still here, but that's with new windows and stuff like that.
And it's now a hair salon. So if you want to book your hairdressing needs, you can ring Carol on 011744. But yeah, I don't remember the.
That's right, it's a Monday, because Mondays the hair salons are always closed.
Oh, good.
Because they work weekends.
That willow tree might have been there then.
Yeah, it was. That was definitely there.
So yeah, this is the guy that when he offers to paint your roof on your house, he just pours the paint down. He stands on top of the roof and pours a bucket of paint on your roof. So don't recommend him for house renovations and maintenance.
This was an open piece of ground.
Yeah, right.
There's nothing there.
And now look at it, it's like a Roman mansion. Now this road, and we'll probably stop a bit further up, but this road is where Moffet used to live. And Moffet had a, his dad or someone had an old scooter, and we hooked it up, someone fixed up a bit of string to the accelerator, and we were blatting up and down the street till the cops came. And I was taken down to Brakpan SAPS again to be fingerprinted. And they took everything so seriously, those police. Right, stop recording. Yeah, this is Moffet's place, or Roland, we think. And it was in that carport the scooter was sitting. Roland's father used to smoke a pipe. We used to make the motions of firing up a pipe. And yeah, so it was here we took the scooter and rode up and down this little strip here. So that tree would have been there.
Yeah, that's what it been.
Like a big gum, blue gum. Okay. And out the back was a like a granny flat that Moffet slept in when he sort of moved.
Seems to be closed off. I can't see it. Yeah, because it was behind that carport with a granny flat.
And as we slept over one night, I was stretching out and I kicked this tin. I didn't know that Moffet was too lazy to get up to go to the toilet. He used to piss in this big tin and knocked the tin over on the carpet. So this is also the area where Mum got her job when she worked at Delview for 6 months or something as a nurse's aide. That's a huge hospital now. I remember it being quite small. Delview, that sign there.
Yeah.
So this is the Delview clinic now. It's huge. Oh, there it is, Delview Hospital. So my sister would like to see that. That's the Delview Hospital. This is where Mum used to work.
And it used to in those days come up to about here, and now they've bought the entire block all the way up.
Oh, that's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
A lot of when the hospital got so big, a lot of the doctors and the blood guys and whatever all started moving out here.
Right. So this is Brakpan High. We didn't have this fencing, obviously, and some of the young, bright minds of the future, young Brakpanonians, are actually gathering can't see a bit of a distance. The blazers have gone, the candy stripe blazers have gone.
It's gone blue
The
now.
next generation of Brakpanians.
Should we? I wonder if we should.
Bright,
if there's any teachers there.
bright young mathematicians. Yeah, the building's the same, isn't it, Brian?
Yeah.
Still red brick building.
Red brick building, and as you've noticed, in 30 or 40 years, there's been no addition to that. But the fucking 5,000 more students going there.
Yeah, right.
Oh, dude, from here to look.
Yeah, the building's the same, isn't it, Brian?
Yeah.
Still red brick building.
Red brick building, and as you've noticed, in 30 or 40 years, there's been no addition to that. But the fucking 5,000 more students going there.
Yeah, right.
Oh, dude, from here to look up here. And van. Either there or there, I forget.
This is Ford Trekker Road,
Ford
folks.
Trekker.
Oh, yeah, we're going to go up to 589 too at some stage. Can't really go once. So, yeah, we'd have walked along this many times. Remember there was a fish and chip shop somewhere along here. We used to get our half bread filled with chips. And somewhere down here was the infamous school barber, where they said, hey, Lake Susa Ma, my Pippi Susa Pa, which I took as a compliment. Here's the Desperado pub. Desperado.
Our good friend Johan, remember he used to work as a waiter.
Oh, did he?
So that's.
Now, we're at the Toyar, which is, might be able to. So, yeah. Alright, so. Yeah, everything.
Some shade.
Down that car park was some sort of confrontation. Aiden knows about it, I don't. But some guys that were involved in that car accident apparently said, we'll meet you down the car park with my dad. And they wanted to fight Dad.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Colleen's brother, Tony, years later, after he was out of school, he lived there.
Yeah.
And he was so fucking well known at the Roadhouse. They had him on speed dial.
So these are good memories, actually. This was a good place. We were sort of, I think, on the end there, maybe 3 or 4 up. I'm just taking a guess, maybe that balcony with the big solar panel. So this was a good place after the horror and the misery of Derby Avenue. Toyar was our escape. It was just a flat. Me and Dad, Aidan sometimes stayed, and I think Pauline stayed here sometimes too. Now over the road, you're going to see that is now a BP, or a petrol station. And that's where Dad bought the Austin Apache. That was a car, was it there? Was that the car dealership?
Yes, they used to sell cars.
Yeah. So that's where we got the Austin Apache, which was a lemon from the very start.
And then they eventually moved in here.
All right. There's some people living over there under that.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's where the car dealership was. Doesn't matter. One or the other. But yeah, Toyar, good memories because we got away from that witch. And yeah, as I said, I think my sister, when she came out, she might have stayed here. Now, if any of you know me, I know Richard, you'll know this. That game of feudal we used to play with the little toy knights and all that, that was given to me here when we lived at Toyar. We used to come in these gates to get up there. Look at that now, it looks like Auschwitz or something. Okay. What are these things, you reckon? Water?
Water. Okay. Remember the old ones?
This is Prince George Avenue now. So those that followed my story, this is the nature strip where those African kids used to collect the dates from these trees. Now obviously then it was really neatly manicured, but it was on that nature strip where we just arrived and the kids started coming over to play soccer at the back of the house we're about to pull up at, which is the old Crystal residence. I'm going to have to, I don't know if Brian can park on the nature strip. Someone out there, is there? No.
No, that's the...
Oh yeah, look at it. Okay. Yeah, it's still an impressive house.
Yeah.
So maybe real quick, let's say come out or something. But this is where we lived. Yeah, this is the house that the Standard Bakery got us. It's an impressive house still. It's 2-story now. You see that room at the top there at the end? That's where the skeleton, they put the skeleton up that we bought from Australia. And that top middle room, that was Mum and Dad's room. Yeah, that was their room. And it's still quite well maintained, but it was this. I don't want to be morose, but I think it was this gate that Mum came out of on that day, that fateful day. Mum and Dad would have come out of this gate, and this would have been Mum's last journey from her home, or the home that we'd made in Brakpan to start that fateful journey. So, and I remember Mum on this nature strip. Mum has walked these steps that I'm following. I remember her here. So I'm sure she's not lingering in this area anymore. I'm sure she's back home with her parents and ancestors in good old St Kilda, the Bayside suburb. But this is where we lived. Crystals. Yeah, still a nice house. Of course, that's also the house where we laid, and we lay on the bed and listened to the thunderstorms. And the ants came out. There's a tunny for you. There was a couple of loud bangs, and Brian thought they were shots, and he's the local tour guide, so he'd know. Everybody was looking where these shots seemed to come from. There were some local prostitutes in the other street, looked like they're in need of a good meal. But yeah, as I said, there's a lot of white people.
How's it? Sorry, is this
Yes.
Derby Road?
Derby.
Hamilton. So Derby is up.
Like the next one's
Up there. Cool. Thanks.
Donkey. As you can see, some inbreds.
You're right. My brother and my other brother. What number, Derby?
Oh, I just remember it's on the corner. I'll know it when I see it, so I think it's maybe.
that way.
Yeah.
This one here would have been. Pick it up straight away.
You know that road where the church was on, you said Brakpan?
Yeah.
It's that one that comes up and Derby meets it, I think. Yeah, it could be that place, I suppose, or change of course. We're moving away from the bakery, aren't we?
Yeah. We're going the next one, will be 3 blocks away.
Yeah, I think that's a bit far.
These come back.
Yeah. What road is this on? Oh, that's you can't count.
No, cool. And this, obviously talking about what happened here.
Don't worry about it. So yeah, we're on Derby, and one of these corner ones, it could be that one, but you know, it's got to be high wall. But that's where we lived with June when it was like a boarding house. I don't know whether Dad was porking her. When we were at the hotel, Park Hotel, he decided it was a good idea to move in with her, and that was like the boarding house. That was one of the worst decisions he ever made. But you know, we all make them. It could be this one on the corner, but once again, you know, we're talking about just over 50 years ago. Yeah, that actually looks. Yeah, that's it. 43 Derby, that's it. So that is the house. I wonder if that man would know June.
Get out.
Skistoff.
June, for fuck's sake.
Stella!
Oh, sorry, it's October.
So yeah, no, that's definitely at 43 Derby, and a place I'd rather forget. But this links in nicely with Toyar, because it was Toyar we moved after 43 Derby. So now I think we might go down Gladstone.
Yeah, I was thinking of going.
Oh, the church. Let's go to the church.
Yeah, we go past the park hotel.
Oh yeah, we've got to go to the church. Got to go to the park. Now I've actually got on my phone the address of the flat we lived in the park from my old stamp album when I decided to become a philatist or whatever they called. I started collecting stamps, and I wrote in my stamp book my address as care of the Park Hotel, so we'll know exactly what floor and what room. Yeah, that's where the bakery was, folks.
Void Hall.
Yeah, the Void Hall, where you could hear the sounds of ticking away, the moments that make up the dull day,
Or
echoing out.
finish with my woman.
And the poor old library, just a wreck. I wonder if there's anyone in there. The people living in the library.
Yeah, the homeless people living in there. And
Restore.
the thing is, to me, Jerry, I don't know, Elizabeth's got a picture somewhere of my granddad with the opening of that building.
Yeah,
And he's standing there with a
proudly.
and whatever, and there's a hospital.
And it was probably along here. This is where the bioscope would have been.
Yeah.
All the kiddies, you would be, yeah, where Jet is, all the kiddies were standing out there on a Saturday morning. We were excited because we were going to see, you know, a kiddie movie. That's where you could get the courage up and grab the girl's hand you were sitting next to.
Then along came David Kushner.
Movies like Herbie Rides Again. Oh fuck, we're coming to the stand. Oh my god, look at it. It's filthy. Oh my, hot. I suppose we can get in, but is it safe to get out? Oh, it's a one-way street, isn't it?
Yeah, so one way. Oh, come
An
on.
old,
He's actually giving me again.
a nice Brian would be interested in the sports car.
Oh, here we go. You want to forward?
Yeah, get those for Brian.
Cool.
He used to work on MGs.
Oh, right.
So, whoops. Here, Brian, actually.
I don't think they'll have an issue with that. They might even call it.
So, yeah, this is where it happened, folks. It looks unlikely I can get up there because, well, do I need to say more? It looks absolutely filthy. There's a few Hottentots at the front, but you see that, I think it might be the second or third floor. You see those windows in the middle there, one's got a pot plant. So we were in that room when I had my rat, Joey. And Joey got out the window and went along that ledge and walked into the room of a couple that were newlyweds. We heard screaming. And fortunately Joey was a white rat. So they came and knocked on our door and returned Joey. Oh, I had to go and fetch him. But this is, and this area here, this bit there with the Park Hotel written on it, that's where we would have eaten. Would have gone in there to eat. Yeah, this is where we lived after Mum died and we left 589 Prince George. We came here to the Park Hotel. We'd lived, as you remember, in the Brakpan Hotel. So, you know, we'd lived in the Brakpan Hotel. Look at that. We lived in the Brakpan Hotel, then we came here to, you know, because Dad knew we could get fed when he was at work. Now, where Brian's talking to that guy over there, okay, that corner, that's where Yanni lived. Now, you remember, I said that I met Yanni and he was drunk. And I said, oh, mate, can you get any, where do you get the booze? And he said, oh, we'll just get some from the bottle shop. But he lived there with his Omar, his granny. And that's where we stole her money and we went and got the booze. This is Queen Avenue. Hello, sir. Is that your sports car?
Yes, yeah.
Is it an MG or a Austin Healey?
No, it's the Austin Healey.
Ah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Just admiring it.
Same as the Jump one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because my partner, he worked on MGs and MGAs and,
Okay.
you know, beautiful, aren't they? You're just restoring it, are you?
Yeah, restoring. Yeah.
Okay. What colour will it be?
I still decide on the color.
Oh, yeah. What year?
Oh. I'll tell you, this one is about 60 something. I don't know. I can't really.
Yeah. Just, it'd be nice and throaty. Bub, 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 bub,
Yeah.
bub.
It's a 6-cylinder. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. You're lucky.
You run your business here for a while?
This is my business.
Quite a while? What's across the road here now?
A year is like a renting out the rooms.
Oh, the rooms, like a boarding house.
Boarding house.
Yeah. Oh, so it's still, remember this,
It
Chi?
was a boarding house.
This was the
before,
Falloons.
Yes.
Oh, the Falloons.
Yeah, that's where
boarding
Yanni lived.
house. Yeah, that's it.
So I've got the address of where we lived in that hotel.
You want to go in?
No, not really. I don't think
It's
I'll.
clean, eh?
I don't think.
I must tell you, it's clean. They look after the place.
Do they?
Just on the outside,
But it looks a bit, but I mean, any hotel in
but you can go inside, you won't believe it. It's clean. Even the Lapa area,
How to get a lot at the back.
I don't know how we'd get in.
They're nice folks, eh? They're not so bad.
Let's go, give it a try.
Oh, hang on, we've got to find the address.
Cool, thank you. You give me a day?
Yeah, we'll see what they say.
Okay.
You think there'll be a like a
Let me take the lift. Because I don't think you get in the lift, you'll get out in 2030.
right. Do you think there'll be a caretaker here or
I
something?
think so, yeah. We'll go to the door, I'm sure.
Well, that guy seemed to think it was clean.
Visiting hours. It's visiting hours. No sleepovers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking hell. Folks, we're going into the Park Hotel. Ladies' bar. Fucking hell. These are the steps we would have taken. I remember that check floor. Okay. Okay. Have to be quick. Okay, we're onto our floor. Wow.
Hello.
Here we are. It was one of these rooms. It was one. I think it was that one. Maybe that one. Okay. The bath. But no. There used to be another bath on the right here. There used to be a bath here. Yeah. Wow. folks. I did not expect this. Yeah, that would have been the elevator. That's right. That's incredible. I couldn't have in my wildest dreams thought we'd get into the Park Hotel. Look at this, the burnt wires. Yeah, that would have been where we ate, the dining room. Yeah, right. A ladies' bar. That's right. Wow, that's brilliant. Thanks, Brian. Fucking hell. So yeah, we'll just have one more last look. This was a real influential place for me. So I can now say for sure, with certainty, top floor, not middle, top floor, forget the pot plant, top floor, middle, white sheet was our room. We didn't have a balcony, and in fact, Brian, you know, I used to buy those baboons from African sellers and that. They had baboon fur on them, they were carved. Yeah. One time we were sat up there, and we noticed there was all this sawdust coming out of our baboon. So we rested it there, and then in the middle of the night it fell, smashed all the way on top of this.
Oh, and there's lead.
It had woodworm from Swaziland. All right.
That would have been the dining room.
Yeah, that's where we ate. And at night, you used to hear them punching on outside. They'd be smashing bottles and drunks fighting, and you know, look at the state of the dining room now. Although that guy with the sports car, he said it's quite clean up there. Okay, let's go. Next stop.
Next stop, Catholic Church?
Yeah, let's go there.
Is it runoff here?
You like to park here?
Yeah, I want to park here. I can knock something thing.
Now we're at the Catholic Church, which is, once again, it didn't have the gates, or the fence I should say, but it's relatively unchanged apart from the big green fence. Now I can point out a picture. So this courtyard, just outside the entrance to the church, is where Dad and I had our photo taken at our Holy Communion. See there? Just that area there is where we're standing when we have this photo taken. Now it was this church where Mum came up and poked the priest in the chest to demand what they were doing about apartheid. "What are you doing?" she said. And they love big loud motorbikes around here. And yeah, this is where they had the service for Mum when she died, when she passed. It was this church where the nun came up and told me to put shoes on. But now here's another thing. So up in that spire, Dad went up looking to do brass rubbings. He took his wax paper and his, I don't know how they did it, and there was a bit of a bell up there, and we came down It could have been you or some of my friends, and there was Dad with his bloody chalk, and I felt so embarrassed of my father, thinking, oh my God, you're so embarrassing, Dad. Typical. This is where Jackie comes?
Yeah.
She comes to the Saturday night mass.
Yeah, she does. Only Sundays is that night here.
St. John the Baptist. The Church of St. John the Baptist was laid in 1918. When we did that first Holy Communion or confirmation, it was a confirmation, the Bishop of Johannesburg was here. I remember I wanted him to bless I had a little article of faith. Oh, look at that.
For security purposes, if they put the bars over and whatever, they would have, if they didn't, they would have gone after the lead in that lead window.
Oh, right. Is that why they do it?
Yeah. Well, not just that, obviously, that's right.
Aren't they scared of God's retribution? Yeah, Brian's saying if it wasn't for this, they'd steal the lead out the windows. Right. Okay, well, we can tick that one off now.
Show them the Pope John Hall.
Oh, yeah, they play there.
Often, yeah.
And we played there.
Yeah, and we played there.
Okay, well, let's go up there. Forgot about that. Thanks, Brian.
I remember a night when the drum was set alight.
That's right, Aidan set fire to the snare.
Yeah.
So we walked from State Mines all the way here that night, and we were drinking Portuguese wine. Now about here, I recall there were like rose bushes or something, because I lay down and vomited.
Under the other bushes, like the roses.
But it was this hall. Now it's a different night. Well, the night I vomited, I think Void played, but it was a different night that Electric Birth had their biggest gig. It wasn't our only gig, but it was the biggest commercial gig, and we were supporting Void, although we never got the recognition we deserved. Is this a Pope John?
Yeah, Pope John Hall.
This is the Pope John Hall. So yeah, Void played here many times, Catholic Church, and this is where we would have done the load-in. Dad would have pulled up in his Austin Apache with all that tip junk, and we did the load-in, guys. Yeah, through that door. Wow. And before the fans had even settled in, we were rocking out to Sweet Caroline by Status Quo, and, you know, paper plane. Wouldn't you like to ride my paper plane? I got a big fat mama with a big fat motor. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, thanks for reminding me about the hall. I would have
Missed it.
Yeah, there's the grotto. That was probably always there.
Yeah. I think they built, well, they had like a wall around it.